Hey guys, what's going on? Coming at you with a Tuesday morning video. Trying to make consistent videos every day now. Getting better at it. I did miss yesterday's, but that's okay. It was the weekend and just stuff happens, So today I want to talk about one of my stocks. I know someone below commented about this stock last week. Just want to share my thoughts on Block, ticker Square, obviously. So they recently changed their name from Square to Block. So they want to, transfer more to the metaverse, I believe. They want to kind of be like the main player in the metaverse. That's kind of what their thoughts are. Really bullish on the metaverse, really bullish on a lot of things. I haven't made a video about this yet, but I started buying crypto. Actually, when did I start buying it kind of heavy? I started buying it, I want to say it was like December, probably a little more for the holidays. I started buying crypto, Ethereum and Bitcoin, 60-40 Bitcoin, Ethereum. Recently, the past month, I've been buying about 50-50, just averaging cost. Well, now it will be averaging cost up because I was averaging cost down. I was buying Bitcoin when it was 34,000 and I was buying Ethereum when it was under 3,000. So I think they're well above that now, like 20-30%. So it's great. So now I'm averaging cost up. I'm pretty bullish on, I don't know how to run evaluations really on it, but I do believe, that is going to be bigger than what it is now. So I'm kind of hedging my risk with crypto in general, but I do want it to hold, right now it holds probably 2-3% weight of my portfolio as far as like stocks alone. But I'm willing to go up to like 8 to 10% if it goes down. If it goes up, I'm just going to chip at it. So it might take a while, but that's kind of my thoughts. But yeah, that leads to Block and Square. They're all kind of intertwined in a weird way. So this stock I've owned for a while now, over a year for sure. I didn't actually look into when I started buying it, but the 52-week lows in this stock were 3 weeks ago, and it was at $82.72. I was buying it. I'm actually curious now. Let me see when I was buying this thing. Hold on. Let me just pull my account up real quick. And I can answer when I started buying Square. So give me 1 second. So I started buying Square about 9 months ago, 6 months ago. I really started buying heavy when it was at like 140, 135. And then I was chipping at it all the way down to, my last purchase was early February at 102. So it's 145 right now, but the lows were 82.72. That's crazy how low it was. So yeah, the lowest I bought it was 102. The current cost of Square right now is 145.19. It's had a crazy rally the past week. My cost base driving it down as I was buying it, obviously in the 180, 170 range, and even a little higher at the start. So I drove it down to 142.15. So that currently makes me up on my portfolio in Square. It's pretty good because, a lot of my stocks in December, January, February, and the beginning of March, example, Square being one, when it was 3 weeks ago, it was $82. My cost base was, 142. So I was probably down 20-30%. So it just, if you're a long-term investor and you feel good about, like, if you just run the evaluations, you just see where these companies are going over time. There was a lot of, fear in the market. So a lot of things got like silly cheap, this being one of them. This is a larger cap company, so I kind of felt good about buying it. I feel like they'll make it through whatever happens in the short term, no problem, which seems like they're turning around and doing that. So yeah, that's really just my market thoughts. I think the peak fear is over. Most stocks bottomed March 14th, I believe. That was like the bottom. And there was a secondary bottom, I think February 24th. So those were really the two bottoms depending on the stocks. But, this is an awesome stock. Long, I'm super long on it. I really believe it's going to execute very well in the future. What were the highs on? I know it's going to hit 52-week highs. I don't know when, but it will one day. So 289 is a 52-week high. So that would be basically a 2x on my cost base. And obviously if you, enter in now or start buying, you're basically at my cost base now if you were to buy. So I do think, this is a 2x potential stock and more. It's definitely going to hit 52-week highs. So yeah, so that's kind of my, where I'm at with Square. I'm not like, am I buying it right now? No. I actually haven't bought a stock in 2 weeks ever since it bottomed. I went heavy March 14th and 15th, I went really heavy. I threw in like 10% of my cash, got really low on it. I'm just kind of recouping it. The market's been finishing green every week. So, or S&P and NASDAQ have for the past 3 weeks. So I've just been recouping my money. There will be a pullback. I'm just not looking to FOMO buy or rush in right now because I kind of was buying on really the dip, if you want to call it that way. It was just a long correction. It was a correction. So I was buying on the correction. My return yesterday was 3.4% on my portfolio, so that's great. It was, a really good day. If I could have that return every day, I'd probably be retired. I would just be living off my investments, but one day maybe, but not right now. So we can't get that return every day, unfortunately. Dow finished 0.2, S&P finished 0.8, NASDAQ finished 1.9. So if you look at this, obviously this is more smaller caps, and then obviously S&P 500 is a little bigger than the Dow's. So if you look at the trend, a couple months ago it was really the opposite. Like these guys were holding up, and now it kind of flipped. So it means people are rotating money into small and mid caps where there's a really, a lot of value right now. So just keep an eye out for that. Obviously I outperformed the market, 3x depending on what you're measured on. I usually like looking at the S&P because a lot of, mutual funds and stuff like that run off that. So, or like index funds or whatever. So I over 3x the market today. So that's a really good feeling. The VIX. So this is the volatility index. When we had peak fear, it was over 35. So really, if it's in the 10 to 16 area, that's kind of like a normal market. This is still a lot of, still a lot of fear, a lot of uncertainty. But it's, if the VIX was at like 30 again, I'd probably do a little more buying. But right now it's at 18. Again, just what I'm doing is I'm hanging out. I really went in heavy, like I said, in December, January, and then February and the middle of March. So I did a lot of buying. So this VIX is at 1 month lows. So the market's kind of settling down, setting their feet. We know the CPI data is going to be really high, this month, and this might be the peak in CPI data and kind of hold or start going down. So that's good. We know the Fed's going to rate hike, next meeting next month. I think most of it's baked into a 0.5%. The market's baking in 0.5%. So I think it might come in as a quarter personally. So if it comes in as a quarter, the market's going to rally on that. If the Russia-Ukraine war kind of ends, or Russia starts retreating, or comes to an agreement, that's going to be a super good rally for the market. Also, I know there were talks about it last week in the market rally. Then when it didn't happen, it kind of cracked the bin. But that's still to come. There's a lot of good news. I think we're through peak fear, in my opinion, unless something U-turns, which is always possible, but it's looking good. So as a long-term investor, I'm really happy with my positions, really happy with my stocks. I feel like we're going to have a strong back half, and I feel really good about basically the remainder of the year. I think the worst part's over, in my opinion, but obviously always be prepared for the worst and always have cash, be in a position of power. And till tomorrow, if you guys like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000 subs this year, so we'll see. So if you hit the subscribe button, you're not already, it's much appreciated. Till tomorrow, peace.